Hey, welcome into the Unfiltered Sports Network along with One Jets Pod. I am your host, Todd Fox, along with the three other co-hosts. We got Big Randy Yaws in the house. Say hi, my man.
What's going on, everybody? This is Randy with the One Jets Pod. Thanks for joining us here on the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. Thank you, Todd.
And then underneath me, you got Matty Matt.
What's up, everybody? Number one Cowboy fan, Matty Matt here. Let's do it, baby. We win the Super Bowl this year.
Moving on, we got 49er fan and Catella Chronicles legend in the house, the one, the only Dominic Lorenz.
What's up, guys? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's go. Let's enjoy this season. Come on. We got to shrug off whatever happened in 2023 and have a new set of year for all four of our teams. But you know who's going back to the Super Bowl and going to take it all, baby. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Hey, they getting banged all right. They got that
so much delusion on this panel.
Don't be so disrespectful already, Randy, okay?
Only one roster better.
Yeah, how did this compilation work out where Randy is the only AFC representative? He is all by himself with no fight. Like, come on. How did this work out?
Man,
I'll be seeing one of you bastards in the Super Bowl, I'm sure.
Well, this is the best time of the year. Football's ready to kick off. Now, if you're new to the channel, because the channel's just starting up and we were supposed to be on Unfiltered, but we're over here on Halos in the Infield and One Jets Pod for the time being until me and Randy fix the other situation. But for right now, we're going to preview each division, give you our winners and losers for each division, our four takes. We'll see who's right or who's wrong by the end of the season. And then also, most importantly, we're going to preview week one's games, highlight the best ones, and then give you the who gives a fuck game of the week at the end of the season or at the end of the day today. So we're going to go through it. It's going to be a nice hour show. We'll get into some of your comments right here as everyone is well represented in the comments. Everyone's got their own team. You want to see if you agree or disagree, we want to hear in the comments, and we will put those up as Randy is the producer to the stars as always. Right. So as we do that, we're going to start in the NFC East, which is Matty Matt's division, and we're going to work our way west. So should I go first, or does someone want to take a shot at this since it's Matty's division? You want to take the first dibs on who your rankings from 1 to 4 are going to be in the division?
Let me take a crack at it.
Go for it, my man.
All right. So in my division, you all know who we have. We have the New York Giants, the Washington Commanders, even though I still call them the Redskins. But we got the Washington Commanders. We have the Philadelphia Eagles. And, of course, we have the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we all know who's coming in dead last. There's no discussion there about it. It's going to be the New York Giants. It's just that simple. They have no quarterback. They lost their running back, Saquon Barkley. They're trying to beef up a little bit. They did make some good draft picks this year, but it's going to take them a long time before they can come back to relevance again. So we already know they're going to be dead last. No need to discuss this one. Now, in third place, I respectfully have the Washington Commanders. They got our old coach and defensive coordinator as their new head coach. They took a couple of players from our team, from the Cowboys this year, to beef up their defense as well as their offense. But I do think they're going to be coming in third. It's going to take them some time to get acclimated together. So I got the Washington Commanders coming in third place for this season. A strong third place. They could be second. It depends on how the Eagles do. But I have the Eagles coming in second place, and I'm not saying that as biased opinion. I honestly believe the Cowboys are going to repeat as number one in the NFC East, but I'll go back. I'll get into that. The Eagles, at the last 5-6 games of the season, their defense looked horrible. I mean, horrible. And I don't really think they did anything this year to beef it up. They did make a couple of good picks this year. I'm not going to, cough on that one. Jalen Hurts is still a pretty good quarterback, but I don't know, man. I feel like they got their number this year, man. A lot of people may have tape on Jalen Hurts this year. His what do you call it? His connection with his receivers, AJ Brown. What's the other guy's name? I forgot his name. Damn.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith, yeah. I believe their camaraderie this year was a little bit shaken up from last year. So I don't know if they come back this year strong. They're going to have a pretty good season. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know if they're going to be as tight as they were in the first 10 games when they went 10-0. I don't see that happening this year at all. I feel like they go to a slow start and pick it late, but I do respect them. I see they maybe win 11 games this year. And I got my
Cowboys. Got to see if Bryce Huff can go.
Yeah, I got my Cowboys coming in first
now.
Place. Yeah, I got my Cowboys coming in first place. Before the season started, when the schedule came out, I said we go 11-6, maybe 12-5, depending on how things go. But I got the Cowboys coming in first place this year.
All right, so there's his division picks right there. We'll revisit that at the end of the show. But so, who wants to take a shot at the NFC East second here?
I'll take a shot at it.
Go for it, Randy.
I mean, pretty much me and Matt. I won't bore everybody with me and Matt are pretty much spot on. The Giants suck, dude. I mean, you saw firsthand this preseason. That team is trash. Daniel Jones. So that's all I got to say about the Giants. The Washington Commanders are my third place team. I just think that rookie quarterback's going to spark something. They got some decent receivers over there. Defense isn't that great, but it's all right. I don't know. I think they're better than the Giants. The Giants are trash, dude. Like when I say trash, like I mean trash to the utmost degree, to the second and third power. Trash.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then second place, Cowboys, man.
Oh!
Psyched you out, didn't I?
Yeah,
got the Cowboys, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't trust the Cowboys, especially late in the season. I feel like they're gonna collapse, man. And I just like the Eagles, dude. I just like the Eagles still. To me, they're still the darling of the NFC East. I think it's gonna be close. I really do. I think it could come down to the last couple of weeks between the Cowboys and the Eagles, but I just think the Eagles etch in for the division. Now, I'm not saying the Cowboys aren't a playoff team. I still think they're a wild card team. I just don't think they got the division in them. So,
okay,
I respect that. Our running game sucks.
All right, Dominic, you want to take a shot at this one?
Absolutely. And I'm going to go along the line, same thing. Giants are trash at the bottom of the division. Commanders could have a nice story with, Daniels at quarterback and have a little bit something to look forward to in the future, but still a lot of work to be done. And I got Dallas in the 2-hole with the Eagles winning the division, with the Giants, or not the Giants, pardon me. Well, actually, with the Giants ending the year against the Eagles, that will help them at the end of the day. Cowboys, Eagles, the penultimate game of the regular season, will be the game that decides the division. It comes down to the last possible moments. And looking at the schedule, I think the Eagles have the easier final 5 games of the year in comparison to the Cowboys, because the Cowboys' final 5, you have the Bengals at home on Monday Night Football. Both teams have Carolina within the final 4 weeks. So just, chalk those up as wins right now. Dallas has Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, and the Commanders. And you know how the Commanders love to spoil a good Cowboys party. So you never know what can happen in that case scenario. I have the Eagles winning the division by 1, maybe 2 games, but it'll be a dead heat at the top between those 2 squads.
Okay, and then I'll briefly go through it real quick. I agree with the Giants. Like Saucy says, Giants unanimous garbage. Defensively, they'll keep themselves in the game somewhat, but offensively, they got nothing. Washington, I'll say this. I'll agree with Randy. Daniels will give them a little bit of pop, and Dominic as well. They put up points last year, but they couldn't stop anybody. So, yes, they will be third place. Second place, I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think losing the Kelsey brother is going to hurt them. I don't think that tush push is going to be working as much. And the Eagles, yes, they got Barkley, but can he stay healthy? And I will look at this. The Cowboys, I trust in the regular season, not so much in the postseason. No offense, Matt.
I can agree.
Well, I actually think the Cowboys, and for the sake of their McCarthy, are going to stay on top in that division. So, right there.
Matthew McWilliams.
We've teed him up.
Dolphins fan. He knows all about sucking in December, doesn't he?
Hey, you guys, don't be so disrespectful on my team now, all right?
It is early. It is early before we see
fins up, more like fins down.
We're going to get in your division next, Randy. So hopefully soon. I can't wait to talk your division.
We're gonna talk this division, but we're gonna blaze through the NFC. So let's hit the North real quick, and I'm gonna take first shot on this one, if you guys don't mind.
Of course.
I will say, because it's not my division, but I will say this. One thing I know about the Bears, and I don't trust guys who paint their fingernails. And number two is the Bears. I mean, if you're going to go to the black and blue division sporting nails and trying to be the leader when you haven't even thrown a pass in the NFL, problems. Look for that coach to get fired. I still don't got the Bears finishing last. Give me the Minnesota Vikings quarterback issues, wide receiver issues, because homeboy's going to want a new contract since the rookie didn't show up. So in second place, I'm going to say it, man. Jordan Love and the Packers are going to finish second. I think he did finish great down the stretch, but I think he caught fire. And give me Detroit, man. I think Detroit's primed and ready to get back into it, and it could be a dark horse for a Super Bowl. That's my picks.
Wow.
I'll take next because, Todd, I'm going right with you. Detroit in the 1, Packers in the 2, Bears in the 3, Vikings in the 4. All the reasons you stated. I think Detroit is more polished and primed. The Packers still have a lot to prove, but Matt LaFleur has that team going in the right direction. There's a lot of hype behind Jordan Love, which, nearly knocked out the 49ers in the first round last year. So there was situations where you could see the Packers succeeding moving forward. There's a difference, on the running back front. They lose A.J. Dillon, who's a little bit of a pass catcher. They still have plenty of weapons, but if we're talking weapons, Jared Goff has that team in Detroit ready to roll. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Montgomery, Gibbs, the whole crew. Give me Detroit.
Okay. Who's next?
You got it, Randy.
I'll take it. No, man. I mean, Detroit still got – I mean, I don't know if – I can't off the top of my head think if they added anybody on that defense, but they give up a lot of points on defense. And sometimes they find themselves struggling late in games, whether they got to come back or, find themselves fighting to try to hold the lead. And I've seen them blow leads late in games, late in the season. So Detroit's a good football team. Don't get me wrong, but they're not the North winners, man. This is the Packers division still. I think Jordan Love, I mean, we saw him come into his own in the playoff last year. This is a kid that sat behind Rodgers for 3.5 years. So I think he like I said, in the playoffs, he came into his own. I think he's ready. I think it's the Packers division again. I do think Detroit could be one of those wild card teams. I'm not saying they are a wild card team. They could just be one, vying for that last wild card spot. So they're definitely my second place team. Third place is definitely the Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold, USC quarterbacks, don't like them, don't trust them, never have, never will. The only thing, that Minnesota has going for him is Justin Jefferson, and I think he can pull Sam Darnold out of some funk, at times. And I definitely think they're better than Chicago Bears because rookie quarterback, like you said, paints his fingernails. I don't trust him. USC quarterback. Like I said, don't trust him, never have, never will. That Bears are my last place team, man. I just think this is the Packers division, brother.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to piggyback on Dominic and Todd a little bit. I feel like Minnesota's going to come in last, quarterback situation. Justin Jefferson, like you said, is the only thing going for him that's good in Minnesota. So I think they go in last place. Chicago Bears, they started coming along at the late in the season. When they had Justin Fields last year, they started to come along a little bit. So I think they continue that stride. Caleb Williams might make them a little bit better. I don't know, but I feel they'll be a little better than Minnesota. And here's where we get our 1 and 2. I'm going Detroit as number 2. Last year, they took a lot of gambles, and it cost them a lot. And I believe that coach is going to cost them at least 2 to 3 games with his gambling.
It's a good point.
Style.
It's a good point.
Yeah, so it cost them, even against us, it cost them the game. We should have lost to them. So, if he continues that style and take 2-point conversions instead of kicking field goals, that might cost them a couple of games, maybe 3, at most. And I got Green Bay coming in first place. Hey, look, Jordan Love kicked our butt last year and in the playoffs, and he made his name known. I'm not going to lie, man. It still hurts. This is the first time I put on the jersey since that game last year, man. I threw my other one away, man. It was that bad. But I like Green Bay, man. Jordan Love, like Randy said, playing behind Aaron Rodgers for all those years, finally getting his chance to go. This might be his breakout season, man. Look for him to have like an MVP type year. I got Green Bay coming in first place in that division.
Well,
Now, before we move on, real quick, I want to address this. Just because you suffer through Mark Sanchez doesn't mean SC quarterbacks can't quarterback. Name me a fucking SC quarterback in the pros that's ever done any fucking thing other than Carson Palmer, who was mediocre at fucking best. Go ahead. I'll fucking stay here all goddamn night. All three of these gentlemen can go off the live when we're fucking done, and I'll stay here live all fucking night and wait for you to tell me a fucking USC quarterback that's done fucking anything in the fucking NFL.
Be nice to
Saucy,
you ain't gonna tell me just because I suffer through fucking Mark Sanchez, USC quarterbacks can't quarterback. Name
Hey, he
one.
took you to the AFC Championship, man. Stop being disrespectful.
No, the running game and the defense took those fucking things. He just happened to ride the coattails. Let's be real. Let's be fucking real. Unfiltered Sports Podcast. Let's be fucking real. Come on. All right, go ahead.
All right.
He had the butt fumble, man. You got to give him that.
It's been addressed. So let's get to
look, Randy do got a point. There ain't that many USC quarterbacks that do good in the NFL.
Just like UCLA quarterbacks too. This is Troy Aikman and nobody else.
No.
So let's move on to the NFC South, which was the worst division last year. It's got some upgrades in it, so there's a few good players in it. But will it rise to the occasion and be a front runner with all the other NFC divisions? Will there be a team that comes out of it that's good? Who wants to take a crack at the NFC South first?
I'll take this one first.
Okay.
I find myself talking about this division quite a bit this offseason, especially like on X or something with people, especially guys like work or whatever lately. This division has always just been notorious as being one of the worst divisions in football, man. Yeah. It used to be, and I'd have to have the stuff in front of me to really break it down, but it used to be at one point where whoever came in last would win the fucking thing the very next year.
Correct.
Yep. So as we break it down, right off the bat, last place, Carolina Panthers.
No question.
Just sorry, dude. Sorry. And I still think they're kicking themselves in the butt for not listening to their coach who they fired last year for not picking CJ Stroud.
Frank Reich.
Yeah, he wanted CJ Stroud, but management and ownership didn't. They wanted Bryce Young. I bet you they're fucking regretting that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, Carolina Panthers sitting down there in the basement. Third place, I think that's going to belong to the Saints. I don't think they're that good of a football team. I think they're mediocre. They could be 500 at best. You know me. I love my Derek Carr. I love my Fresno State, but like that team, like they didn't really do much this offseason as far as I know. So I think they're sitting right there in third place. Second place, I think, is going to end up being Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think they're talented. I think they could make a run, for one of them wild card spots, like the last one or whatever. I don't know if they'll have enough to quite get there with Baker Mayfield. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. And then of course, with what they've done in the offseason, man, and fucking Atlanta's beefed up, man. They got a quarterback that can sling it and put points on the board, man. And honestly, that's all Atlanta really needed. So that's my first place team right there.
Okay. Who wants to take a second shot?
For me in the NFC South, yes, Carolina's at the bottom, New Orleans in the 3. New Orleans didn't really do anything to beef up anything. It's still Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, but Derek Carr getting older, another year of inconsistency. You probably have to guarantee 4 or 5 games out with injury at this point in his career. So the Saints in the 3 hole. I'm going to put Atlanta in the 2 hole because they have to prove to me that all of these free agents that they picked up are going to pan out in the end. On paper, they should clearly win this division, no doubt about it. But it's Kirk Cousins, Mr. I can't play on primetime television, and a lot of different scenarios. So if Atlanta,
I don't think Atlanta has a lot of primetime games this season.
No, so it might benefit them. But
you got a point, Dominic. You got a point there.
I think they just got to prove it. If they go out there and prove it, they should win the division. But right now, as it speaks right now, if they don't prove it, Tampa Bay, model of consistency.
That's fair.
Baker Mayfield finally had a receiving core that he threw with, had a nice, probably his first and best professional year. And then Mike Evans is back. Chris Godwin's still there. I think, honestly, their running back, Ricard White, is a sneaky, really, really good running back in this league. Pass catcher, has some good running. Their offensive line is still intact. Their defense is still pretty good. Not the best, but still pretty good. So give me Tampa Bay. But if Atlanta proves themselves, Atlanta will win this division. But for the conversation's sake, give me the veteranship of Tampa Bay.
Let me jump this one real quick because I have a lot to agree with Dominique right here. I think the Carolina Panthers are like the Angels of baseball. They're a poorly run franchise.
Yes.
Their owner sucks. Major big one right there. And the wrong quarterback that set them back. They've done everything terrible. They are going to be, again, one of the worst teams in the league. Number 3, the Saints should have rebuilt 2 years ago. Yep. They have a lot of veterans on there. Kamara's still there. They should have.
They've been kicking contracts down the road like it was fucking the thing to do and going out of style.
Yeah, the NFL usually you get rid of guys on the tail end of their contracts the last 2-3 years, especially if you sign them to multi-year. Saints are like, nah, let's let them play through. So
I mean, you saw all the shit they had to do just to get Carr, to get Carr in their contract, man. Like,
oh man, the Saints are terrible right now. So I got them at 3.
Terrible.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Anytime you waste a draft pick on something that you don't need, which you could have addressed. They did not need a quarterback in signing Cousins prior to that. Yep. Okay, if you're not going to sign Cousins, then you go out and get the Washington quarterback. But I think they really screwed up right there. That's going to mess with the locker room. Some guys are going to want the kid to play. Some guys are going to want Cousins to play. Depends on whether Cousins struggles or not. You could have gotten a better player to help out that defense or the offense.
Yeah, that was a stupid fucking move on the draft.
That was. And I believe Todd Bowles got that team the best out of it last year. He found the right offense that finally works with Mayfield. So I'm agreeing with Dominic. Tampa Bay's defense is much like Chicago's, where they're always good no matter what every year, or at least better than average. So now that they have an offense, they're going to win some games. So give me Tampa to win that division.
Okay.
I ain't going to lie. You guys kind of convinced me to pick Tampa.
Oh,
yeah. But I'm sticking with the Falcons, man. We're breaking it down. Look, Carolina, we all know unanimously they're going to be dead last. I got New Orleans Saints coming in 3rd. We all know that they're a competitive team, but I agree with you. But Derek Carr is their running quarterback. I don't know if they're going to bounce over that one. Now, as far as 2nd and 1st, I'm going Tampa at 2nd place, man. I feel like Baker, he had a pretty decent year last year, but I mean, man, it's Baker Mayfield, dude. Like, he's inconsistent. He's consistent. He's inconsistent. They have pretty much the same core as they had last year, and they only won the division in the last game of the season, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not so convinced on Tampa taking that division just like that unanimously. And look, I'm going with the Falcons. Bijan Robinson's the running back. He's going to be a stud. He already is. They got the tight end and I forgot his name. I'm drawing a blank right now. Pitts. Pitts is a tight end. Running a quarterback situation. Kirk Cousins. You're right, Dominic. Prime time, he disappears. But at the end of the day, he's still a pretty solid quarterback. He's just like Dak Prescott. He's good in the regular season. When it counts, when you need him, he fails. So, but he can get you pretty.
I'm
far.
Excited to see Drake London with a quarterback that can
and
get
Drake London. Now I'm just about to bring that
Kyle
up.
Pitts too. Maybe Kyle Pitts will come into his own.
Hey, he's going to have a breakout season because whatever you say about Kirk Cousins, he does got an arm. Pause. And he can throw that thing.
It's like a 4,000. I'm going to 4,000 yard a year guy
every year. So
and he's good for at least 25 tutties.
At least. So
I'll take him on the Jets any fucking day.
I'm going to take the Falcons on this one. I get you, Dominic. You made a great point. It's a prove-it year. But I think with the core that they have with Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Pitts, and Kirk Cousins, that 4 could get you at least 9 to 10 games.
If
this man knows.
If they did not take a quarterback at the 8th overall spot and they let Penix go and they drafted Rome Odunze, who went to Chicago Bears, and you would have London and Odunze 1-2 with Bijan and Kirk Cousins, that I would give them. But you're picking a quarterback, and right now your wide receiving core after Drake London is Ray McLeod, Darnell Mooney, Casey Washington, and Kadral Hodge. They're going to be doing a lot of running game or checkdowns to Bijan and Algier in the backfield to run the ball. So Kirk Cousins is going to have to make a lot of prettiness happen with not so many guys after Drake London. If it's possible, then there'll be a dark horse. But again, they got to prove it to me in order for it to happen. Randy knows last year on the One Jet Pod, Atlanta was not my favorite. Every time I pick them,
they
they did me wrong. So it's a little bitterness right back to them.
We got a quarterback now, though.
Who's the
quarterback last year? Ritter?
Yeah, Desmond Ritter.
He got cut in the preseason. He ain't even on a team, I don't think.
Well, let's jump over to the NFC West.
Oh, I couldn't wait to this one. I couldn't wait to get to this one.
I've been waiting.
Dominique, do you want to take first dibs or you want me to?
I'll go first. I
want second.
Okay.
We'll stack them up. For me, I think this is going to be one of the highest scoring divisions in football. Ooh. I really do believe that. You have Matthew Stafford. He's got Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, but their defense is taking a hit with Aaron Donald retiring. Arizona, Kyler Murray's back. He's healthy. They draft Marvin Harrison Jr. They have plenty. James Conner looks like he's going to be healthy. If he stays healthy, that's going to be a huge point. McBride, their tight end, could get a lot of target share. Seattle, yes, I know. Seattle's my arch nemesis with Todd, but we still get along. I will take some positives here with Seattle. They pretty much kept their entire offense in check, but they're getting a new offensive coordinator, which I think is going to be huge. I do think out of that offensive scheme for Seattle, Noah Fant is going to be huge at the end of the day. Everybody talks about DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Kenneth Walker. I think Noah Fant could be the surprise out of that offense.
Yep.
And then for San Francisco, Brock Purdy. Brock the Rock Purdy is back. Christian McCaffrey is right there. They re-sign IU, Debo, Kittle. The offense is back. Jawan Jennings is a pass blocking wide receiver, get you to the next level. He can catch the ball really, really well. The defense should be lock solid. The big question mark for San Francisco, left tackle Trent Williams. That's going to be huge. When he's on the field, the Niners are on it. When he's not, it's a completely different ball game. So getting that contract figured out is huge.
Take your time, Trent. Take your time.
Come on.
Oh, I agree.
Randy's a little scared of week one, but it's going to look like this.
Be a little easier. That's
I got Niners at the top. I think.
Say it.
I think
you're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Go ahead.
No, I know.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go. It's like I said, it's all offense, not much defense. You're really plucking hairs on which offense is going to work the best. Give me the Rams at the 2.
I knew it.
Because McVay has been there, done that. Again, new coaching scheme in Seattle. Prove me a little bit. Seattle in the 3, Arizona in the 4. I think Arizona still has a lot to prove. Kyler Murray, all of those players, they got to stay healthy in order for them to be successful. And I think out of the 4, I don't know, Todd, if you agree with me, Arizona's probably got the worst defense of the 4. So I would put Arizona at the bottom. So Niners, Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals with, how Todd knows, the Rams and the Seahawks have this very interesting rivalry between the two.
I hate them.
It's super weird. Like it could be these wackiest scores of all time. Like you're expecting 40-30 and you get 13-10. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So next up for bid, go Niners. Let's go.
I think Sonia thinks that Sam Howell's going to start at some point.
He will.
No, stop.
He will.
Don't be so disrespectful to G.
Mark my words.
Got a freeze button right now. You get frozen.
Mark
Go
my
ahead,
words.
Randy. Take over, man. I can't wait to get
Go ahead, Randy. I got my explanation. I'm waiting on you. Go ahead.
Anyways, NFC West. You know what? I've been waiting to fucking do this.
I know you can.
Waiting to fucking do this.
Bring it on.
First place.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Seattle Seahawks.
No.
What? Wow.
No.
I got the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
I've been telling anybody who fucking listen, this division's gonna be a little weird this year, and it's gonna start with the fucking 49ers. There's just something about them coming out of the preseason and this holdout bullshit. And I've seen the coaching staff make some pretty stupid decisions. In the preseason, and I'm just like, man, okay, well, hold on. I just got this bad fucking. Now, I'm not saying the Niners, like, if the Niners don't win this division, they're obviously the top wild card team. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
But I think it's gonna. I'm not saying that like Seattle's gonna be like 12, 13 fucking win team. I think they can win the division with around 10, 11 wins. But I just I don't know. I got this eerie feeling about the 49ers. I just see them as a 9-10 win team, and that's my second place team, the 49ers. I mean, what's to say about it? I mean, they're still stacked. But I just, like I said, I got a feeling. Third place, got the Rams. I don't know if the Rams can stay healthy. And I didn't want to. I ain't gonna say it because I'm not gonna jinx Dom's team like that. No. I know we're unfiltered here, but I ain't gonna jinx Dom's team like that. But I told you, I got a feeling. Especially coming out of this preseason, just the way they've been, man. And then, of course, last place for all the reasons said, Arizona Cardinals. I don't trust Kyler Murray. By the end of the Monday Night Football game, week 1, he'll probably be into Call of Duty more than fucking football. So I don't know, man. So that's kind of where I'm at on the NFC and the NFC West, baby. Go Hawks.
I'm gonna save you for last, Todd. I want you to go last. All right,
go
go
ahead.
Do this real quick.
Go ahead, Matt. I'm chomping at the bit, man.
I think we all agree the Cardinals are going to be last place. I do like Kyler Murray, but I don't know if he can carry that team by himself. They were horrible last year. They might be a little bit better, but I still don't see them beating any of the 3 in the division. So we got them last. Third place, I got the Rams, man. I got the Rams in third place. I'm juggling, man. It's either Seattle or the Rams. But I'm going to stick with the Rams. I do think Matthew Stafford is a pretty decent quarterback. He's always been good, even in Detroit days. But he's getting older. Aaron Donald, like you said, Dominique, does hurt him on the defensive end. So that's definitely going to hurt him. However, I do like them offensively. Puka Nacua is a stud. Rookie season was excellent. I don't know if he carries that over, but if he does, that's going to be great. Cooper Kupp is still there. Running back situation, I forgot who they were having at running back this year. But running back last year was pretty solid. They had a 2-man duel last year. And I feel like the Rams could be a sneaky second place. But I'm going to give them third place because of the loss of Aaron Donald. That does hurt them big time in the defensive end. Second place, I got Seattle, man. You know who's going to be my dark horse and someone I've been picking up on fantasy? Their running back, Kenneth Walker. He is going to be the star. Kenneth Walker is a nightmare, man. You get him going, it's over. I got him. Even, Charbonnet? He's a pretty solid running back,
Charbonnet is good. I like Charbonnet.
Yeah, Charbonnet is really good, too, man. So they got a pretty sneaky good dual running back there. It's kind of like the days of when you had I forgot the running back you guys had a couple of years back. You had a pretty
Lynch.
good
Lynch?
No, even before more recent. I forgot the double running back you guys had, but they were pretty good dual threat. But I like Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker as a running back. Geno Smith, stop being so disrespectful. That man is solid. He's not great. He's not good. He's solid. He can get you some wins. He can get you at least 6 wins. And then the rest of the team can get you the rest of the 4 or 5, whatever you need to win your division. But Geno,
he's like the lower, right under Kirk Cousins. He's like right.
Yeah, he's solid, man. He's a solid quarterback, man. I don't see him losing that battle.
I love Geno Smith.
I don't see Hal taking over, man. I know Todd's got a lot to say, but I don't see Hal taking over as a quarterback. But I'll stick with Geno, man. He won you guys a few games last year, and y'all could have beat us last year, and it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't. I agree.
Yeah, so there we go. So I got Seattle coming in second, and there's no question who's coming in first, even though I hate your guts. Yeah, Dominic, no disrespect, but I hate your team. I hate y'all to death. But I got to be real, man. You guys been kicking our ass for the last 4 years, and if we play y'all again this year, which we will, you're gonna beat us again. But
Sunday night football, baby. Yes, sir.
I'm a real one. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm keeping it real. Look, until they get dethroned, the Niners are the best team in that division. It's no question. Brock Purdy, I know you hate him, Todd, and you're waiting for him to have his fall, but damn it, I can't stand it. He's good. He's just a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. Running game, you got Christian McCaffrey, no question there. Tight end, I don't know. George Kittle might lose a step this year. He's still a good tight end, but he might lose a step this year. And then you got the Brandon Ayuk, who I think had the best year last year, and he could get even better this year. Debo may have lost a step, but he's still Debo. look, man, until they get the throne, you got to go Niners, man. They're the top team in that division, no question. And I turn it over to you, Todd. I know you can't wait to go off and say.
I have goosebumps. I'm ready to go so bad. Listen, I love this division for 3 teams that are in it. And the other one, which I'm going to start with, I've never counted. I don't care. Going back to the Carson Palmer, Kurt Warner days, Cardinals are irrelevant. They don't matter. They'll never matter. When we play them, I don't consider them a division opponent. So they're firmly in last place for me. All you got to say is Kyler Murray can't look over the offensive line. You don't even need to talk about
he's 5'10", man.
I don't give a shit. He's not tall enough to be a quarterback. He wears a bathing suit on the practice field, and he plays Call of Duty too much.
What that man does behind closed doors.
So I'm just going to say this. Cardinals in last. I'm going to pick, believe it or not, Dominique's San Francisco 49ers to finish third. Because, and stay with me on this one. This is not a biased take.
I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen.
A little bit.
You got the worst curse, which is Christian McCaffrey taking a payday from Madden to be on the cover. That's number 1. Then number 2, tell me another team that has lost the Super Bowl and returned to the Super Bowl the next year, not named the Patriots. I'll wait because it hasn't happened. So what I'm figuring is they'll make a wild card, but I don't think they're going to have a rash of injuries. I hate to say it. I don't agree with Kittle. I think
wild card in third place.
That's what I said. Wild card in third. So you're telling me 3 teams in your division are going to
think the NFC is going to be kind of poor this year. That's just my opinion. So I think that the Niners will get third. I think the Seahawks edge them in second. You will see Sam Howell because of an injury, I believe, or poor play because Noah Fant and he's got all kinds of weapons. I love Geno Smith, but for some reason I watched the all 20 video all year last year, and Noah Fant was walking out there by himself, and he would refuse to throw it to him. He'd rather throw in double coverage to Metcalf or Tyler Lockett. Poor decision making. Sam Howell was, like Nats fan said, was great with no offensive line. Seahawks offensive line's beefed up. Their secondary's better. Their pass rush is better. I think Seattle's primed to take that second place from the division. And you know what? I hate to say it. More than anything, I hate McVay. I can't stand that they're always calling him a genius. I can't stand that, like, out of every coach in the NFL.
I agree.
They have a McVay camera no matter what when the Rams are playing. You don't even know who's coaching the other fucking team. It's always on McVay. I can't stand that man. He brags he knows every play, but you know what? Damn it. I've doubted him for too long. I thought last year they were supposed to finish 4th with all the rookies that they had coming in. They had no draft picks, but he got the best out of a no-name team. I don't care they lost Aaron Donald. So I disagree with him being the best player in the league. I think that was bullshit. I think he's obviously top 5 in the league, but he is not the best player in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah,
losing him, I think the Rams can still run stunts and better defenses to stop people. And the way Stafford gets the ball out so quickly with those receivers, it's really hard to stop. So short in a long-winded conversation, Rams 1, Seahawks 2, Niners 3, Cardinals irrelevant.
This is a shocking chain of the
we'll have. I know we're gonna have a lot to talk about this because that's a lot to unpack.
Yeah,
I still
just picked the Rams over Seattle. Yeah. You got to mark this date
for Todd.
Now I'm curious if our predictions match up to what we just fucking said.
Yeah. Like in to defend the 49ers just quickly. I get the whole Madden curse thing. Everybody talks about it. Is it a thing? Whatever. I think the way the Niners are going to go about that, even though they're not going to talk curses, they got a bona fide number 2 back with Jordan Mason. He impressed exceptionally well in camp and in preseason. And I guarantee you, as the season goes on, you're going to see the ball taken out of McCaffrey's hands a little bit. Let me finish.
Stop.
They will take in, depending on how the game plays out, as you get later in the game, if they're blowing a team out, if you're getting to this situation, Jordan Mason will get some extra carries that you would normally see Elijah Mitchell take, who's out on the IR for the season. Again, McCaffrey's still your RB1, but when you're blowing out teams like New England, McCaffrey, sit out the 4th quarter.
Okay,
Mason.
That makes a little more sense.
Yes, you're going to see situations, or
I don't know if you're going to be blowing out teams.
I don't think so.
Come on,
No.
Todd. Don't be so disrespectful.
I don't think so.
But if
Niners,
you're going to have McCaffrey in the majority of the drive, and then you're going to get 1st and goal at the 3. You're going to take him out for a play. Mason's in, hand him the ball, touchdown Niners, it vultures it away, and they're going to save some opportunity in a way. That's my take on the McCaffrey situation.
The first part of the curse already took place. The wide receiver got shot.
Yeah, Ricky Parcell got shot in San Francisco. He's safe, but I agree. Every 3 to 4 years, the Niners have an unhealthy year. This could be the year because you never know. The health bug goes in everywhere.
The Niners are due for injuries this year. That's the only way they'll lose their division. Randy, go ahead, Randy.
The kid in the corner. What do you got?
Randy.
Thank you. I'm curious. Is Trent Richardson part of any of this?
Trent Williams?
Well, yeah, Trent Williams. I'm sorry.
He was waiting so bad. He got his name wrong.
I said this from the jump. If Trent Williams holds out, the Niners will have problems. I will be the first to admit that. Until he signs and comes back, the Niners will have problems.
Now,
that left tackle position.
Purdy's a very accurate quarterback, but it's been proven. You put any pressure in his face, homeboy folds like a cheap piece of paper.
You are going to see George Kittle as the tight end, not utilized as much as a receiver until Williams gets back, and you're going to see Kittle on the left side of that line to help whoever the starting left tackle is.
Now, hear me out. Even if Trent Williams do sign and come back, it's going to take him a minute to get back in game shape.
Yeah. I think the Niners could be a second-half team. And if you look at their final 5 games on their slate, you got Detroit, you got the Rams late in the season. You have some tough games moving on the later side of the campaign. Yes, they got Kansas City, the Taylor Swifties in the middle of the year. You have Seattle, luckily, early on and later, so you can split those 2 divisional games up. So the Niners can figure things out early on, but you cannot give any slack because, like I said, high offensive division. Defense is going to be something that's questionable overall. And if whatever happens with Williams, I still think the Niners have the better defense of the 4 teams moving forward.
Well, I honestly think it's going to go the first quarter of the season, and the Niners are going to realize, oh, shit.
Yeah, and they could. With the Jets, the Vikings, the Patriots, and the Cardinals 1, 2, or the Rams in the 3rd week, and then Patriots week 4, if the Niners lose that game to the Rams in week 3, that'll be their oh shit me moment. We need Trent back. Because the Jets out of divisional team week 1, getting to know each other. If you lose to the Vikings or the Patriots, the sirens are going off. We got problems.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
So we'll see what happens with our NFC West. But now moving on to...
I will say this. I hope I'm wrong by picking 49ers number 1. I hope I'm wrong.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Way to leave us right there. Matt's like, hold on. Don't transition yet. Well, let's move on to the Jets division, the AFC East. And I think we know who's going to take shot number 1 on this one. Or do you want to wait till last?
Let's say last.
I want to hear what you guys got to say. I want to go last. Then I can feed off what you guys got to say. I don't got to do any research.
I'll start it off.
Okay, you go.
First of all,
real quick, before we go on, we haven't done this yet. And my buddy here, Dane O. Jets, make sure if you're a Jets fan, or even if you like football and you just like watching people bullshit, late at night, this guy's the channel to watch. This guy's a good dude. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button here on the One Jets pod, man. We're going to be growing. We're going to be doing this all season, man. So make sure to hit that like button, hit that notification button so you're notified every time we drop a piece of content. Take it over, boys.
All right. Now, unanimously, I think all 4 of us and the whole entire world of this universe will agree that New England's coming in last place. There's no question about it. No need to go into that. They have nobody. They suck. Bill Belichick's gone. They might win 3 games, maybe 4. I'm being generous.
Maybe.
All right. So New England's coming in last. Now, here's where the debate comes from, okay?
Uh-oh.
All right. Randy, you're going to hate me. Not really. I got Buffalo coming in 3rd. I got Buffalo coming in 3rd, man.
Really?
I got Buffalo coming in 3rd. Look, you lose Gabe Davis. You lose Stephon Diggs. I know Diggs was a diva, but let's be real. He still was a solid wide receiver. Josh Allen is a good quarterback, but can he carry this team with the core that he has now with non-veterans? I mean, he's got a lot of rookie starters. He's got, what's the tight end they got?
Kincaid.
Kincaid. He might have a breakout year this year. I think last year, his rookie season, he was just getting to know the team a little bit better, knowing the plays. But I think this year he's going to be utilized the most because he's his most reliable wide receiver. I like Josh Allen, but I don't know if he carries this team to win the division. I know a lot of analysts got them winning the division. I don't see it.
That's bold, brother. That's bold.
They got a lot of lucky wins last year, man. They did. They really got a lot of lucky wins, and I don't see them pulling out a lot of wins this year. Josh Allen might get you 6 to 7 wins by himself, but without any help, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's that good to get rookies and first-year starters or second-year starters. I don't know if he's that good to carry the team with that kind of core he has. So I got them coming in third. Second place.
Damn.
Woo! I got the Jets, baby. I got the Jets coming in second. I know, Randy, you're going to hate me, but check this out, man. Aaron Rodgers is 50 years old, man. I know he's great. Where the
fuck the other 10 years come from?
Hey, man, first of all, you add 10 more years with him with that injury,
Don't be so disrespectful.
I'm going to be disrespectful. I hate him, man. Real talk. He's 40 years old. That does take into play when you come back from an injury, especially an injury that he had when he tore his Achilles. That's going to be.
Dan Marino did it in the 90s. Rodgers can't do it in 24.
Hey, man. Hey, I don't know. And he's smug, man. He's very smug. He's talented. He's a great guy, but he's very smug, man. I don't know. You do got an excellent running back. I mean, Breece Hall is just amazing. I can't say anything bad about him. Your O-line got beefed up this year. I'll give you that. You got one of my old offensive linemen. So you guys got a great O-line. I look at Breece Hall to just take over if he doesn't get hurt. Wide receiver wise, you got a pretty good double tandem in the wide receiver, so you guys are deadly in wide receiver range. You guys got good offense, defense beefed up pretty good. The defense was actually pretty good last year. They just didn't want to play behind your goddamn quarterback. So I get why y'all lost a few games.
Put your hand down, Randy. He's still.
I got a question, damn it. What? Is it? I got to ask you, Matty. Just for bullshit's sake, if the Jets somehow end up with Tay Adams by the trade deadline,
y'all not getting it.
I'm just saying, if we do, are we first place?
You got a good point. You got a good argument there. You might sneak in. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're gonna be great. I got y'all winning at least 10 to 11 games. But Matthew McWilliams gonna love me for this one. Cause I'm going with the fans, baby. Hey, look, man. Tua Tagovailoa is a solid quarterback, man. That just get no praise. If he's not getting hurt with concussions, that man can get you to the playoffs. I'm not going to say the Super Bowl, but he can get you to the playoffs. Running back tandem they have in there is pretty good. They got the best wide receiver duel, I think, in that division, in that the conference, and Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Tua's a great quarterback, not great, but good quarterback that can get you, like I said, a good couple of wins. So I got Miami coming in first, the Jets in a strong second, Buffalo third, Bills in New England fourth.
Let me jump on this one. Okay, I see you, Matt, and I'll see you with only one of those picks. I like this division, the AFC East, to be the most competitive in the AFC East. I think there's 3 teams coming out of this one into the playoffs. So I got the Patriots finishing last. I don't like the coaching. I don't like the general manager. I don't like how they do things in New England. If you're going to get rid of Belichick, you should have started over. You shouldn't have hired someone that was already under Belichick. So there's their first mistake. They're going to suck. And Brissett's your number 1 starter to start the season. Third place, and I say this respectfully, Matthew McWilliams, but I believe the Miami Dolphins are very, very good when the temperature is hot. But like my boy Randy told me the other day, they don't get Jets in the early part of the season. They get them late in the season.
That's true.
And they're not going to clean up on these cheap teams. They're not going to utilize that humidity late in the year because it doesn't come around in postseason either. I really don't like that coach either. I do agree with Matt, though. They do have a scary offense, and I think that's what will help them make that postseason with a wild card. Second place, though, I'm going to go with Josh Allen. I disagree with the fact that he's going to take a step back. I think he's going to go forward because he's not going to have to worry about a diva receiver. He's got guys he could spread the ball around. My only question is, can they run the football without him? Can we stop letting him take unnecessary hits to where he fumbles? Because I think that's more of an Achilles heel than him throwing an interception. I think he had better numbers than Lamar Jackson. Don't at me. I think he should have been a better MVP candidate than Jackson. but it is what it is. But I got the Bills at second. Jets, I think we finally see a happy Robert Saleh. He likes to show his emotions. He's usually very pissed off in the fourth quarter because the team hasn't done shit on offense. But I think Aaron Rodgers will stay upright. I think Breece Hall, like Matt says, is one of the best running backs out there. Defense, you don't have to worry about the damn thing about that defense. Defense is really good. And the offensive line has been beefed up a little bit. I think they are primed to make a run this year. So I think they're going to be in my Final Four this year. And that's not just because of the Jet love right there. That's just, I think I see their window. It's very tiny. It's this year. They got to make it happen. So I'm going to go with the Jets in that division.
Hey, look, had Aaron Rodgers not got hurt last year, they may have done some last year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they were in a lot of those football games where their defense held
100%.
the team down, but they couldn't do nothing offensively.
Yeah. Yep. I'll jump in here now because I know we're going to save Randy for last.
He's steaming.
New England dead last. Let's not go there. I have Buffalo in the 3-hole. The reason being, I think there's going to be a period of adjustment with Josh Allen in this receiving core. You know, Khalil Shakir is going to be, I think, their wide receiver 1. He's had the most experience with Josh Allen. Allen's still going to have an Allen year. I agree with you, Todd. The running game is going to be very interesting. I think it's balancing the post-Stephon Diggs era of this team. Their defense is still pretty good, but again, I think it's just that hangover. We've been at the top for so long. How do we deal with change? If they deal with it well, they can compete. If they don't, third place. Miami at the 2-hole. Again, Tyreek Hill, probably one of the best receivers, if not top receiver in the National Football League, competing with guys like Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, so on and so forth. But it is that weather component. And you guys know me, I always look at the schedule, and I'm looking at the final 5 games for Miami. It's not pretty. At Green Bay in November, cold. No. They're at home against the Jets. And I actually like the way the schedule is combined with the Dolphins and the Jets playing their 2 games within the final 4 weeks of the season. So you're going to know what you have on your squad going into those games. Then the Dolphins have to go to the Texans, CJ Stroud, high offense. Then the Dolphins got to go at the end of December to Cleveland, a really good defense who pressures quarterbacks. And it's cold. And it's going to be snow and blizzard. And then they end the year at the Jets. That's going to be a phenomenal game. I see the Dolphins winning no more than 2 games, if they're lucky, in that stretch. So I put Miami in the 2-hole. Again, their defense is always suspect. The weather, Mrs. Hawk Tua girl, Tua Tagovailoa. He can throw up how many yards he wants. I do not believe in the Tua train that people put him on and the pedestal.
Disrespectful,
yeah, I think their running game sets the tone with Mostert and Achane. I think Raheem Mostert is the RB1. Everybody's drafting him, Achane, in the fantasy very high. I think it's Mostert's team, and Tyreek Hill can solve a lot of problems with a quarterback that isn't the top tier. Put Tyreek Hill on any team, and he makes that quarterback look good. So Miami in the 2 slot. Give me the Jets at the 1 slot. Aaron Rodgers stays healthy. He's still competitive. He wants to prove the haters wrong. He's going to have that chip on his shoulder. And Garrett Wilson is still there. Breece Hall is still there. That defense is still there. Come on. That defense was legitimate last year, even with all of the high inconsistencies that they had offensively last year. Mike Williams, definitely better as a wide receiver too than Allen Lazard. Mike Williams, he's just got to stay healthy. The last couple of years with the Chargers was not pretty. So I think, honestly, to encapsulate this whole season for the Jets, it's honestly going to all be about staying healthy. You stay healthy, you will win. And looking at the Jets' schedule, after the 49ers, which I regardless of how it goes, it's game 1, go Niners. It's going to be a high battle-tested game. After that, they're playing Tennessee, New England, Denver, Minnesota. Those are games that are on paper should be wins. So to me, if you can get rid of those games without any ineptitudes and you stay healthy, the Jets this season should easily win 11 to 12 games. No doubt about it.
I agree.
So Jets, Dolphins, Buffalo, New England. If Buffalo, as I said, figures it out quickly, I could see them hopping Miami as well.
Yeah. All right, let's go, Randy.
There you go.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Last place coming up the rear. Got them Patriots. I mean, come on. I mean,
No question.
there's really needed an explanation. This team sucks. It's like the Giants. When I say trash, I mean they are dog trash.
They might be worse than the Giants.
Woo, it's right there, man. I'll tell you, that's for sure. Third place.
Here we go.
Yeah. Got them Dolphins. Just like I've been saying, fins up.
Yeah.
No, fins
Told you.
down.
Yeah.
I have to agree right there.
They got no offensive line, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, they let Robert Hunt go to Carolina on a $100 million deal. I mean, outside of, I can't remember who their center is, they got nobody to protect that quarterback, dude. And I don't give a shit how fast your receivers are. If your quarterback can't get the ball to them, it really doesn't matter. Don't recall them beefing up the defense. So that defense was trash last year. So Dolphins, you know, they might win 8-9 games.
You're being disrespectful, Randy.
But that December collapse is famous, dude. So I don't even know if they'll even make the playoffs this year, to be honest with you. Just think the Dolphins right now, I think they're down a little bit. I mean, they just let too many people go. Second place, Buffalo Bills. It's Josh Allen, man. I know they lost, a lot of guys. Matt Milano's out for the season, but it's still Josh Allen, dude, and he's better than Tua Tagovailoa. Whatever his fucking name. I can never say his last name right. Tua, he's better than Tua. He's a real leader. Tua needs his coach to lead him. That's Josh Allen's team. And I think at the end of the day, I just think Buffalo Bills are just that much better. I mean, even playing mediocre fucking football, toward the end of last year, I mean, you had the Dolphins right there, just the fucking division along the way. After that fucking Titans game, they just blew it, dude. And you just can't trust Miami, so that's why I like Buffalo there in second. I think they'll hold on just enough to etch out Miami to take that second place spot. And then, of course, first place, baby, best roster on paper in the AFC East, man. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in that division. We got the best running game in that division. We got the second best wide receiver tandem in that division. We got the best fucking defense in that division. Top 3, top 5 easy. So, we wake up and piss excellence. Nobody can, touch our shit. We're 12-13 win ball club. We're going to be the AFC East champs, baby. And like Todd said, we're going to be up there with the Final Four. We're going to be in the AFC Championship game. I'm not ready to say Super Bowl, but we're going to the AFC Championship game, baby. Here come the Jets, baby.
Oh, okay. All right. And big shocker, he picks the Jets first. Nah,
Big shocker. Big no one.
Now we move on to the AFC North, which, in my opinion, this division is the hardest to predict. And I'll throw mine out there because it's probably going to be wacky. I'm going to take first shot at this, if you guys don't mind.
Go for it.
Look, last place is because in this division, literally the last place team could be first. Because last year, if you looked at it, you had 3 of the 4 out, for that division. So it was Baltimore's to lose. And to me, they weren't that impressive. They barely got by Houston, and then they just got held down by the Chiefs. I mean, it was just very much tamed. I don't put faith in Lamar Jackson. I would love to see what Watson can do. But I have a feeling, I just have this feeling that Pittsburgh is going to finish 4th with the situation they have at quarterback might tear the team a little bit. Their defense is always going to be good. You have to trust Tomlin, but I think this is the year they break the streak of getting to the postseason.
I feel some hate in that pick.
So you think Tomlin gets his first losing season?
I feel some hate in that pick. Wilson.
I'm just saying. The quicker they put Fields in, the better. Third place is going to shock a lot of you. I got Baltimore.
Oh, I knew it.
Woo! I know you lying.
No. I got Baltimore. I really, really.
I ain't gonna lie. When you said I wanted to crack at this, I said he gonna pick Baltimore somewhere.
Baltimore.
Yeah. I got Baltimore.
The reigning MVP.
I still don't care. I don't care. I believe Cleveland plays better, and they will finish second place, but slightly, and they will take that wild card spot. I think the division is the Cincinnati Bengals. All rise the Bengals. Their wide receiver core is good. Defensively, they're good. I think Burrow stays upright. He's determined not to get hurt because, in my opinion, if he gets hurt again, he's your Mike Trout of football.
Wow.
Why you gotta say it like that, man? Come on.
Yeah,
You gotta do it. We're all Angels fans here.
You
man.
sound like a bitter Angels
Yeah, that's
fan,
true.
Todd.
I am.
Really, man. We're all Angels fans.
Had to go there, huh?
Had to do it.
That's our team.
This
I'll take a crack. I'll take a crack.
go for it, Maddie.
Hey, look, I can agree with Todd on one thing. No biased opinion here because I'm not a Wilson fan, but I honestly think Pittsburgh, and like Todd said, it could go either way with this division. This is one of those divisions that you really don't know. But I believe with the quarterback situation with Fields and Wilson, it could be a tough battle with Tomlin picking his starter. I know he's going with Wilson, but I don't know, man. Wilson's not the same anymore ever since he left Seattle. So I'm going. Well, actually, ever since he got with Sierra, when he got with Sierra, he had.
Yes.
So I'm going with Pittsburgh last place. Their defense always been solid. They always are great defense. It could continue, but I'm just going off of paper. I'm going with Pittsburgh in last. I got Cleveland coming in third. Deshaun Watson. Let's see if he comes back and is healthy. If he is, they got some good picks, players on that team. Amari Cooper. They still got the tight end Njoku. Running back situation is pretty solid. But still, I'm just going to go with Cleveland in third for this one because I think the other two teams are a lot better. I'm going with Cincinnati as the second place team. I know Jamar Chase is on a contract situation that may play in effect with the team there. Joe Burrow, if he's healthy, he is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the game, so I respect him there. Running back situation is still pretty good. So they do lose Mixon, though, so I don't know if that hurts them, but we'll see. But I got Cincinnati coming in second. And then first place, come on, Todd, don't be so disrespectful. I got the Baltimore Ravens coming in first. Yeah, the MVP, Lamar Jackson. He's a dual threat quarterback. He RPOs. He's still got a tight end in Mark Andrews. That's pretty solid. He beefed up the offensive side this year. So defense is always going to be solid with Baltimore. That division's pretty good in defense. So I'm not worried about the defense. But come on now, don't be disrespectful to the MVP, man. Give Baltimore their flowers until they get dethroned. I got the Ravens coming in first place.
Got to be in the 2 to get 2 dethroned. Sorry.
Real quick, I want to touch on Silent E's comment here. I kind of fell out of football fandom a few years ago, so I hope you guys can bring good content so I can get back in this and be informed. I feel I will be a Chargers fan again. I guess I like the pain.
Hey.
Well, you got to bring it over from baseball in some sense.
Well, hopefully we make you laugh.
Yeah, hopefully. That's always my goal. Anyways, so here's kind of where I feel. Man, you guys getting an echo like I am?
I'm getting the echo too.
That's crazy. Anyways, fourth place got the Pittsburgh Steelers. That quarterback situation's freaky. I mean, I just feel like Russell Wilson just so close to one screw up, and I think they're going to go for Fields, and I don't know if they got the team, and I don't know if any of those quarterbacks really lead the team that they have over there. So I got them in fourth place. Third place, I got the Cleveland Browns. I like Cleveland. They're a talented football team, but it's Deshaun Watson for me. And I'm not saying the guy can't play football, but man, he hasn't been Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans since coming over to this football team, dude. So, and I don't know, it's like I think Maddie mentioned if he can even stay healthy. Like that's kind of one of the big things for Deshaun Watson right now. And he still has that bullshit kind of looming over his head. He's still kind of distraction with that whole sexual, bull crap. So yeah, I got the Cleveland Browns coming in at third. I just don't find him to be a playoff team this season. Second place, I got the Cincinnati Bengals. Big question is if Joe Burrow can stay healthy. I don't know if I know Mixon's gone. I don't know if they got the running game to complement Mixon, really. They got some decent wide receivers over there, but it's because of the team I got in first place, Baltimore, man. That team's good. I just Lamar Jackson, the MVP, Andrews at tight end. Until you can knock Baltimore off, that's who I got, man.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree.
We lost Todd, though.
Yeah, we lost Todd, but he'll come back pretty soon.
I pissed him off. He's like, screw this place.
But to wrap things up on the AFC North side of things, I agree with you, Randy. I think Baltimore's in the 1. I think they've won the division, been there, done that. Yes, I'm not sold on Lamar Jackson. Yes, he's a runner. His passing game needs to improve. And yes, I know they bring in big Derrick Henry. That's going to, just beef up their run game even more. Mark Andrews is his safety blanket. But if you could have a guy like Lamar Jackson throw 250 to 275 a game while also running the ball, he would be unstoppable, the best player in the NFL. But right now, they're still a run-heavy team. I got Cincinnati in the 2-hole. I think Joe Burrow is going to have a resurgent type year. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, good wide receiving core. Their defense, I don't feel is as strong as Baltimore's, even though Baltimore has a new defensive coordinator. Cleveland in the 3, Pittsburgh in the 4. I think this division could be a division where every team goes 1-1 against everybody. Like no one lifts themselves up within division play. I think the division will be won based on how they play against teams outside of their division.
I can see that. This is the most balanced division when it comes to like competitiveness in the division. It could go either way. It could be flipped, and Pittsburgh could be number 1. This division pretty solid.
Yep. So where are we going next? Are we going AFC South or AFC West?
Let's go AFC South right now.
Let's do South.
All right. So real quick, who wants to go first on this one?
I'll take the South. You want to go, Randy?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go for it.
We all know who's coming in first.
Yeah, I think honestly, I like the Indianapolis Colts here at first place.
What?
I think, yeah, man. I think that team is really good. I think if Anthony Richardson can stay healthy, I think that man can play quarterback, bro. Let me tell you. So I like the Colts.
There's already dissension in the ranks with that call.
Already.
I will put some money on that, but continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep going.
In second place, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lawrence ain't living up to that number. He's not living up to where he was picked. They lost Calvin Ridley. I mean, look at the meet. I mean, Trevor Lawrence has been maybe top 20. I don't think he's better than Anthony Richardson, bro. I really don't. So I got the Jacksonville Jaguars in second place.
Okay.
In third place, I got the Houston Texans.
I can't believe this, man.
Why? Well, I think it was a little bit of a fluke.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, they tried to rank them better than the Jets. We
they got
the weakness.
Come on, the Texans. I think they're fake. I think they're fake. I got no love for him this year. Like
there had to have been a Jet.
You've been talking too much shit for my liking. I think he was too cocky.
Randy was pumping the CJ Stroud dip.
He got too cocky for my liking too quick. He could have waited till like year 3, year 4 when he's balling ass. But no, year 2, you didn't even get that far into the playoffs, bro. Shut up. So I got them in third place, and of course, last place of the Tennessee Titans because that's another trash ball club. So
okay,
another hot take division there for you folks.
I'll simplify it. Give me Houston. Give me Houston at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
CJ Stroud is a bona fide I don't want to say superstar because he's not at that tier yet. He's only in year 2. I'm not going to pump that train yet. But the intangibles are clearly there. Tank Dell, Nico Collins. I know they added Stephon Diggs, but even if they didn't add Stephon Diggs, I like him with that receiving core. Their defense, D'Amico Ryans had that rolling in the right direction last season. So give me Houston to pick up where they left off. They're going to have some bumps in the road, but I still have them winning the division. The Colts are going to make it competitive. I think Anthony Richardson, very nice quarterback. The thing that gets me about Richardson is after Michael Pittman Jr., who does he have? It's not going to be great. He's going to have to make something out of nothing at times. Jonathan Taylor being healthy will subside that a little bit. I think they might lean to the running game. Anthony Richardson's going to have to run as well to get the second place spot. Give me Jacksonville in 3 and Tennessee in last. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence has to prove something here this year. He's losing the ball way too much. Travis Etienne's going to have to become big. If Jacksonville can play the way that Trevor Lawrence should be playing as the former number 1 pick, they could take this division. This is a division kind of like the AFC North that's up for grabs, but in a different, less competitive way. So Houston,
he's just not all of a sudden going to, in what, the third year, like, oh, I'm the number 1 pick. All right, like you got to build up to that. Like you got to show progression. He ain't showing it.
So Houston 1, Indianapolis 2, Jacksonville 3, Tennessee 4. I think Indianapolis and Jacksonville could be intangible switching 2-3, but for now, give me Indy at the 2, Jacksonville at the 3, because again, Jacksonville proved something to me, like you can win and not choke.
That's fair.
I'll take a crack at it. I'm with you guys. I think Tennessee comes in last. No question about that one. Here's where we flip things from third place. I actually got Indianapolis Colts coming in third. We'll see what Anthony Richardson's do this year. Jonathan Taylor is a stud. He's one of the top 5 running backs when healthy in the game, so I'll give him that. I'm with you, Dominic. Outside of Michael Pittman, you got your Anthony Gold, Ashton Dulin as the wide receivers, Josh Downs. I don't know if they're going to make it a flash this year. We'll see. We'll see what Richardson can utilize them. But, I don't – like you said, outside of Pittman, those names don't really draw my attention. So I got them coming in third. I got Jacksonville coming in second, man. Look, I hear what you guys say about Trevor Lawrence, and I know Todd's going to talk about him, man. Don't be disrespectful. But look, Trevor Lawrence he's been solid, man. Ever since he came into the league, he's been a solid quarterback. They also added Mac Jones. So if he gets hurt, they got Mac Jones to replace him. Can I get an amen with that?
Mac Jones.
Who?
Mac Jones.
I can't look at Todd. Right? Now, I'm trolling with that one. I don't trust Mac Jones at all. But no, seriously, in all seriousness, Travis Etienne is a solid running back as well. He could be good. They added Gabe Davis from the Bills this year and the wide receiver. And Christian Kirk had a great year last year as wide receiver 1. So I look for them to continue what they did last year. I believe they made the playoff, if I'm not mistaken. And if they didn't, they lost by 1 game, if I'm not mistaken. But I could see Jacksonville definitely competing for number 1 in that division. But I got them coming in second because we all know who's coming in number 1. I agree with you, Dominic. C.J. Stroud is, man, no one saw this last year as his rookie season. And I believe he continues. Nico Collins as a wide receiver. They also they added Joe Mixon on their team as a running back. They still have Tank Dell. Stephon Diggs comes in. Like, dude, he's getting weapons. And he did this last year with rookie receivers. Yes, he's a diva, Stephon Diggs, but he's still a good wide receiver. Hopefully he doesn't bring that diva-ness to this team.
Oh, he will. Once a diva, always a diva.
I know, but hopefully he comes down a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But I like this team, man. They added pieces to an already solid team. They won their first playoff game last year as a rookie. That's something you can't, that's something you got to give credit to. I feel like they continue their growth in that team. And Todd, go ahead, man. I saw you shaking your head the whole goddamn time. You go ahead, Todd.
He's got a lot to say.
The unanimous thing right here is Tennessee's new coach, rookie quarterback took a lot of bumps. Their offensive line, their veteran-laced team too. You can't put them above 4. So I agree right there. Where we differ is, I like the Colts at 3. I like their defense. I like what they did down the stretch, but you had a veteran quarterback in there. I am not a Richardson fan. I didn't like him in Florida. He's not very accurate. He likes to run first, then throw. The very opposite of CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, the reason why he had so much success and elevate, like Matt said, the receivers in Houston was he bought the time to throw to these guys. He trusted the offense. He has a very good coach right there. I think the Colts are still, they got Irsay as the owner. He tends to make stupid things. Their special teams and defense is good, but I think they'll finish third. And then Trevor Lawrence, man. This guy's been pissing me off since he's been in the league. I liked him in Clemson. I thought he was going to be good in the NFL. That was always touted about how good he is, how accurate he is. I've yet to see it. I've seen a lot of stupid decisions, holding the ball too long, and he's gone through two pretty good coaches. And if you get Peterson fired, because who are you going to blame now? Because again, Trevor Lawrence is the one quarterbacking this team. They put weapons around him. He's got a good defense. You've got no excuses anymore. But the thing is, I think the Jaguars rushed to give him that contract. That was so stupid to give him a max deal like that. That's going to hamstring the team that you're already building. I would have said, hey, if you prove it the first 6 to 8 games of this season coming up, yeah, we'll max you out because then we feel better about it. But you're still coming off a year where he was hurt and the team floundered because of him. So I don't like the Jaguars, but I like them enough because of their weapons to be 2. And then number 1, I agree with Dominic. I think Houston's got that good, and Matt got that good offense, got the good coaching. They've got a lot of weapons. Do I think they're going to be far better than last year? No. I think they'll be around the same amount of wins, but it'll be harder for them because they're not going to sneak up on anybody. But I think they got the talent to win that division.
I can't believe Randy picked the Colts to be number 1 in that division. I'm still thinking about that, man. You sure you want to retract your picks, Randy?
No.
He's a straight shooter. He ain't gonna do it.
Now, look, if he ends up being number 1 this year, I'm gonna be shocked. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Those sunglasses say whatever I say goes. So
speaking of, it's because it's a gimmick.
There you go.
And it's bright in here. I got 3 fucking lights on me, and it's kind of hot too.
You know what? I was gonna wear mine too. So.
Maybe that was that hot take that I just gave.
This guy. Let's jump to the AFC West, and we'll do our Week 1 picks because we took a while on this, but we'll split it up to a second.
Right. These things are going to be almost 2.5 hours every freaking week anyway.
Yeah. Here we go. So
Get used to it, folks.
The AFC West. Who wants to take a shot at this first, or should I?
I'll go first on this one. I think this division is going to be very easy. There's not much explanation. Unfortunately, the Kansas City Taylor Swifts are going to be in first. Patty Mahomes, Kelsey, they've added upgrades at the offensive side of things, reigning Super Bowl champs, yada, 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 pumping the NFL script, vomit. Give vomit. Like, it's sickening that we have to talk about this. But the Chiefs at the 1, give me, and then you get 3 teams that are just gonna be potentially dog water at the end of the day. The Chargers, yes, they have Harbaugh as a new coach. I know Randy is not a Herbert fan by any stretch of the imagination. What? He's got really nobody to throw with right now. Lad McConkey could be a nice little piece in the future. Again, rookie. Vegas, Gardner Minshew at quarterback. He's got Devontae Adams. They have somewhat of an offense.
I did like the Joe Alt pick, though.
The Joe Alt pick was nice. That will protect a little bit. I would put Vegas in the 2nd spot because of their defense. Their defense really came out in the second half once Pierce took over. I will then put Denver at the 3, Chargers at the last. I think the Chargers get last. Again, I'm a defense first kind of person. I think Denver's defense is just a tad bit better than the Chargers. This is going to be a very rebuilding year for the Chargers. So Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Chargers. And, the Chargers always Charger. They could have a lead every game and blow it late. So for me, I think this division is the most straightforward of the bunch.
You know what? I'll take a second crack at this real quick, the second shot, because Dominic, how dare you? How dare you? Your man, your boy, Jim Harbaugh. I thought you'd have more faith in your guy. If anyone's going to break that shit performance the Chargers always put up, I think it's going to be him. He's got that 5-year window or less where he just turns a team around. I actually believe in your former coach there.
Yeah.
Are you trolling, Todd?
I will say fourth place is Broncos country. Let's ride.
Okay.
I think they're going to suck. Third place, though, there it is. Because, again, that was all great last year. I remember them jumping on your boy from, what was it, the former Colts center for having no coaching experience, but because
Jeff Saturday.
Yeah, Jeff Saturday. They jump on. They let what's his name coach the Raiders. He's a Raider through and through. They love him, and everything went great. I think they caught lightning in a bottle. I don't think it's going to happen 2 years in a row. The Raiders are who we thought they were. They're the Raiders. And I like the Chargers to be number 2 this year, but a distant 2. They're going to get better, but just not as much as they should to compete with the Swifties. Swifties or us. They're going to win that division unless something catastrophically happens to number 15. I still think Taylor Swift comes out of the rafters to quarterback the Chiefs to a victory.
Shut the fuck up.
I can't.
And then she sings about it.
It's me.
They're going to get married. They're going to get married at halftime.
This year?
They're going to get married at halftime in a game this year. Taylor Swift.
Shut up. Are you
I can
serious?
see that. I can see some bull crap like that. No, she make a song. She make a song about
I thought you read something, brother.
No, I guarantee this. The moment the Chiefs lose like 2 in a row and like, we're not the top dog in the NFL, we need to do something to get attention. Boom, married at halftime or during the bye week. When is the Chiefs bye week? Figure that out, folks.
Correct.
All right. I'll take a stab at this one. AFC West coming in first place. As soon as they gave Gardner Minshew the freaking starting spot, I was like, Raiders win this division. Raiders in first. No, I'm just kidding. Kansas City Swift.
Oh, I'm about to say, I know you're trolling.
I was like, Randy, you're fired.
I really believe them.
It's like you said,
everybody, we enjoyed our run.
Yeah, come on, man. It's like Dom said, pretty fucking straightforward. Kansas City Swifties in first place. In second place, I actually have the Raiders. I think of the 3 remaining teams, in my opinion, they got the better quarterback play with Minshew. That's just my opinion. I mean, and I think they got the better defense. So, and in third place, Chargers. I think Jim Harbaugh's good enough to come in first year. With as mediocre as that team is, I think they can get third place. And of course, coming up the rear without a quarterback, yeah, Bo Nix is going to be decent, I think, in this league, but he's not decent yet. And the Broncos are so yeah.
Hey, they are 3-0 in the preseason.
Oh no!
Oh no! Preseason numbers. What do we do?
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
So were the Jets. So was Jacksonville, Tennessee.
Better put 3 preseason games in there for them.
Chicago, Minnesota. All the teams that were predicting like 3rd or 4th place, all were undefeated with the exception of the Jets, who we all put pretty much near the top.
Wow.
So take your preseason and shove it.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Whoa. Tone Capone says the Chiefs finished 3rd.
What?
No.
Capone.
Maybe he's taking into consideration if Swift actually starts.
Yeah. All right. I'm kind of pretty much in similarities with you guys. I got Denver coming in dead last, no question about it. Kirtland Sutherland's probably the only thing they got going on offensively over there. And without a quarterback, he's going to be upset. So I got Denver coming in 4th. Coming in 3rd, I got to go with the Raiders coming in 3rd place, man. Listen, I think what Pierce is doing over there as the new coach is going to be good. However, with their quarterback situation, I don't trust Gardner Minshew. I don't trust Aiden O'Connell.
You'd be hating on mud flap like that.
I just don't trust him as a quarterback. I'm sorry. Running back situation, they might go Zamir White. I don't know. And Devontae Adams, look for him to go to the Jets this year.
That's right, baby. Woo!
Look for him to go to the Jets sometime this season. So he's not going to be happy as their wide receiver. So I got them coming in 3rd. Coming in 2nd, I got the Chargers, man. No matter what you say, Justin Herbert is a solid quarterback. I know you don't want to agree, Randy, but he's still a solid running quarterback.
A solid doo-doo quarterback.
Wow.
They added Gus Edwards. They added J.K. Dobbins as their running back, 2 former Ravens. If they're healthy, they can be solid. We'll see what they can do. Wide receiver core, they added DJ Chark. They lost, what's his name, Mike Williams. And they lost the other guy. I can't think of his name right now. Keenan Allen. So we'll see what happens there. But we'll see. I like Justin Herbert. He's a decent quarterback. So we'll see what he can do. But there's no question about it. Number one, Taylor Swift and them guys over there.
I think you'll see Herbert kind of take a step back as far as stats go this year. I think the Chargers are going to lean on that run game this year.
You think so?
Yeah, that's a Jim Harbaugh specialty.
Yes, sir.
I think that's why he got the dual running back tandem in J.K. Dobbins.
Why they drafted Joe Alton first round.
Yeah.
And
So I can see that. And you look, Justin Herbert can run with his legs too. I mean, he's not the fastest quarterback, but he's a big guy. You know, he can truck some guys over.
And that's why they let Eckler go, because he's more of a scat back and he fumbles a lot. So they need someone bigger that can hold the rock and take a hit. So
let's slow our roll on the word great there, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's win a playoff game. Let's win us a playoff game before we start using great.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Yeah, they could be a sneaky wild card. Hey, Randy, they could be a sneaky wild card.
Rally Chris is like Tony the Tiger. He's like, Justin Herbert is great.
AFC's too damn stacked for the Chargers to be a sneaky wild.
You're right.
Speaking of stacked,
Chiefs number one.
Speaking of stacked, we have teams and games to talk about. We talked about the teams. Let's talk about the actual games, and that is game 1, which is this Thursday at 5:20 p.m. on Peacock on NBC. The Chiefs are 3-point favorites. Tickets going as low as $166. Chiefs host the Ravens to kick off the season. Mahomes and the Swifties versus Lamar and the Ravens. Who do you guys got and why?
For me, it's week 1. We really don't know what these teams truly have on the field. So for me, these picks are going to be more rapid fire style.
Correct.
We've talked about it. So for me, Chiefs over Ravens.
Got it.
I like the Ravens in this one. I believe the Lions upset the Chiefs in the opener last year. I think the Chiefs are. I'm not saying that, like I said, we got them winning the division, but I like the Ravens in this one, baby.
I'm gonna agree with you guys on this one. I got the Ravens over the Chiefs. I feel like they get a revenge game for the AFC Championship last year, and Lamar Jackson says, "Well, I can't beat you in the playoff, but I'm gonna beat you in the regular season." How about that?
I would like to think that would happen. I just got a funny feeling about this one. I think the Chiefs don't want to get embarrassed 2 years in a row on the kickoff game. So I think for that reason alone, because it's going to be an evenly matched game. And like Dominic said, it's hard to pick week 1 winners with no previous resume of that particular season, because we know preseason sucks. So yes, I'm going to go with Dom. I got Kansas City in this one.
So are we going to keep track of the?
Yeah. We're going to write it down. We're going to have the records and everything.
Okay, cool.
And so like the fans can keep it right here too. We can figure out who you guys.
Yeah, play along with us, guys. You know, put your picks in the comments too.
Yeah, we'll add it up. We'll see if the fans beat the supposed.
See if you can keep what was.
So we got 2 Ravens, me and Randy, against 2 Chiefs, Dominic and Todd.
All right, let's do it. So now we move on to the São Paulo game in Corinthians Arena down there in Brazil. The Philadelphia Eagles are 3-point favorites. This looks like a great game on paper. Green Bay, high-scoring offense. Philly, high-scoring offense. What's going to happen? Tickets going as low as $269 American dollars. Again, on Peacock on Friday.
No home field advantage for neither one, so this is a good one.
Hopefully nobody gets sick. You know, I hear there's a lot of stuff going on over there.
Yeah, there's water. There's water. You know, both teams, there was rumors that they both couldn't wear green because of gangs in Brazil.
That's insane.
And I'm like, what? So there's a lot of issues going on in Brazil. The Eagles secondary is the biggest question in this. If Jordan Love can sling it, it'll be crazy. But the NFL script says Saquon Barkley wins his first in an Eagles uniform. So give me the Eagles.
Okay.
I got to disagree. I just like them Packers this year, man. I think they're going to be a special football team. Give me the Packers.
I'm going to have to agree with Randy on this one. I'm going with the Packers, man. I think the Eagles really lost it last year. They lost 6 of the last 7 games last year, including the playoff. I don't know if whatever that happened to them in the locker room, I think it continues. So I got the Packers winning this.
I can't be true if I don't go against the Packers at least a couple times here. I did pick the Packers. I like LaFleur as a coach. I like where the team's going. I just, I don't think Jordan Love can be that hot all year like he was at the end of the year. He caught fire. I got the Eagles in a veteran win, and although I don't pick the Eagles to be all that great this year either, but in this particular matchup, give me the Eagles.
It's game one. You know how weird it gets.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now we move to an interesting game to kick off our Sunday, September 8th. It is the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Atlanta Falcons. Tickets going as low as $169. Atlanta is the 3-point favorite at home. Who do you guys got and why?
I'll go first. I like the Falcons in this one, man. Just for all the reasons I said, earlier in the division predictions. I like the team that they're putting together, man. I think with Kirk Cousins, I think he really is the missing piece that Atlanta needed. And that quarterback situation and just the overall vibes in Pittsburgh just ain't jiving with me, man. So give me Atlanta. ATL, Atlanta.
I'm going to go for defensive purposes. Give me Pittsburgh. Atlanta, like I said earlier, they need to prove it. So it's a prove me wrong type season. Game one, lumps on the road. For
Still don't like them Falcons, huh, brother?
Yeah, I think Kirk Cousins, he's got to feel out his receivers. He's got to feel out of different things. And if he was playing a lesser defense than Pittsburgh, I'd say no doubt about it. But Pittsburgh is going to come with pressure, and they beefed up their secondary. They beefed up their linebackers. Give me Pittsburgh in maybe not a low scoring affair, but Pittsburgh's defense could score some points in this game to help the overall score.
I'm with Dom on this one. I think defense is going to trump offense on this one. And if the Falcons can beat the Steelers in this game, it really solidifies them winning first in their division. However, this is going to be their first challenge. And I think defensively, the Steelers might be a little bit too much for the Falcons for this one. So I'm going with the Steelers on this one as well.
A lot of pressure on Cousins, but I have a feeling if it was Justin Fields or any other team playing against Atlanta, even on the road in Atlanta, I think they would get the dub. But since it's Russell Wilson, give me them Falcons.
Falcons.
So we move on to the next game. Are we going to go in order how it is here, Randy, or you have them in order? I forgot to ask.
However order you want to go, brother.
Okay, next game, we'll just go on how they are scheduled, and then you can pull up the icons however you got them. Arizona travels to Buffalo. Tickets going as low as $131. Buffalo's only a 6-point favorite.
Woo! I'll take this one. I'm going with the Bills on this one. No question about it. Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Kyler Murray. I feel like, no question about it. So I'm going with the Bills on this one. This should be a definitely pick-me-up game for Josh Allen. I look for him to score at least maybe 3 or 4 touchdowns in this game.
Yeah, same reason that Maddie said. They got the better quarterback, Bills.
Yeah, Bills in a high-scoring affair. No defenses are going to be playing in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Abbreviated BB, Bills blowout. So, and now I don't know if this was the Who Gives a Fuck game of the week. Tennessee at Chicago, was that nominated or is that not?
No.
Okay, so Tennessee will be at Chicago.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, whoops. Tickets going as low as $200. Chicago's a 4-point favorite. Do you guys agree or disagree?
I have to agree with that one. I'm going with the Bears.
I'm sorry, I drew a blank. Who are the teams again?
The Bears against the Titans.
Or Bears hosting the Titans. I'm sorry.
Bears and Titans. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the Bears. I feel like the Vegas know what they're talking about. These are two teams that nobody really cares unless you live in Chicago or Tennessee. I'm going with the Bears for Caleb Williams to get his first win of the season, and then from there he goes struggling.
Yeah, they're gonna put Caleb Williams on a pedestal. This is a nice softball type game for week one at home, Tennessee week. Randy doesn't love them SC quarterbacks, but Caleb Williams will fight on and beat Tennessee here in week one.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't understand how this didn't get the what the fuck game of the week.
It's Caleb Williams with his testicle chain.
At Todd, he's the one that picked these games. Just saying.
Todd.
Well, who you got? Who you got, Randy?
No, I like I don't know. Give me
Say it.
Tennessee. Just give me
Oh.
Tennessee.
Okay, he's gonna take Tennessee.
He'll take the upset.
I'm gonna go with the same reasons why Matt and Dominic did. They're gonna put him on a pedestal. Softball game. Caleb should come out there, show his fingernails a few times, and get the W. He's gonna look all-star like. Tennessee sucks. I'm sorry. Chicago and the Bears with a
Can
win.
we get a prediction on what color the fingernails might be?
Pink.
Probably orange.
Yes, I would say at orange and dark.
Because they're at home. They're gonna go dark blue uniforms.
Oh
with
yeah.
orange
So
fingernails.
I'm looking at orange.
My prediction will be
I can't believe this guy really.
he'll multicolor. It'll be orange, white. Just saying.
Oh, okay. We'll
Or
see
he'll put F Titans on his fingers or something.
Yeah, it could be the
I
tiebreaker.
really can't believe this man paints his fingernails. I can't.
I can't either. Well, now it moves us on to the next game. New England, the Patriots go to Cincinnati. Talk about another softball pitch here for week one for the Bengals.
Honestly, shall we all say this one in unison?
Let's do it. Oh, we're all gonna say Bengals in 3, right?
Yeah, is this it?
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2,
3.
Bengals.
Yeah, I mean they're 8.5-point favorites, so not much.
Be 18.
Yeah. Now we move on to what you guys probably think is a good game, and it could turn out to be if the quarterbacks align right. But it's Houston at Indianapolis, an early season divisional matchup. Tickets going for only $53 at Lucas Oil Stadium. Houston is a 2.5 road dog.
Yeah, see, look at that. You guys are talking up, Houston, and they're only 2.5 point favorites. I'll take that. Give me the freaking Colts, baby.
Houston.
Give me Houston.
I'm gonna go with Houston too. I don't think Richardson can match Stroud. I'm sorry. Until I see Richardson throw accurate, then I'm going with Stroud every time. That'll move us on to a game where Jacksonville should be used to the weather. They're going to be playing in Miami, humidity and all. They should be used to the humidity, so there's no home field advantage, I think, for the Dolphins in this one. Tickets going for as low as $91. Miami's only a 3.5-point favorite. What say you?
I'm going to give 3.5 point favorites. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, no offensive line. Defense sucks, and 2 is, I think, is mediocre at best. Yeah, give me the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Per usual, Tua will have a phenomenal week 1 performance. Make everybody believe he's the stud in the NFL, 350 yards. Put on the board Tyreek Hill, a pair of touchdown receptions. Miami beats Jacksonville.
I'm going with Miami as well. I'm on board with Dom on this one. Dolphins probably put up at least 35 points. A pair of touchdowns for Tyreek Hill. Maybe even Jalen Waddle will get a touchdown on this one too. Both of them will go for over 100 yards. Dolphins start off solid like they always do, and then we'll see what happens at the end. But yeah, give me Dolphins.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree with you boys again because I think the way Jacksonville until just like Richardson, I have to see Lawrence do it, and I just haven't seen it from him. I think a lot's going to come down to him when they fall behind. He's a train wreck. He's not a quarterback where you're like, oh, he's going to bring us back. I never think that about Trevor Lawrence. So I think Miami steamrolls them in this game, like something like 27-10. So the next game, I believe, is the Who Gives a Fuck game of the week, Randy. It's Carolina at New Orleans. Am I right on that one?
Carolina and New Orleans?
Yes. Did we go with that one or no?
No, I thought it was.
I must have made the wrong slide.
Not to foreshadow, but I thought it was Minnesota, New York.
Oh, you're right. You're right. But this is a very strong runner-up, though.
This was in contention for the.
Okay, I guess I must have made. I don't know why I have Minnesota taking on the Saints. Then that's my fault.
Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. But this one, tickets are going as low as $27. You probably pay more for parking.
What game is this again?
This is Carolina at New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
New Orleans is a 4-point favorite.
Saints.
Yeah, Saints.
Who day?
Who day?
It's a clean.
Since I screwed up that Bears game, now the what the fuck game of the week.
Okay.
Titans.
Because we're going to jump right into that one you just mentioned. It's the Minnesota quarterback-less Vikings going against the New York Giants. We have a quarterback, but really don't. Tickets are for some reason $114.
It's New York.
This is ugly.
And the Vikings are 1.5 point favorites on the road.
Yeah, I'll take that. Give me the Vikings.
Vikings, because of Justin Jefferson and Sam Darnold, is not as inept as Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's fair.
Barely. It's close, but
Yeah,
barely.
it's fucking close.
I got the Vikings as well. Give me the Vikings just in a close one of the ugliest. They're the better ugly.
I'm going to go against the grain. Give me the Gigantes.
Don't do it!
You just
Just go with Eli and them.
Eli.
Oh, wait, I thought Eli's the quarterback. Switch my pick.
Oh, is Eli going to be there? Are they retiring? Is there retirement ceremonies at halftime?
Yeah, all those concussions. He's going to be like, I'm throwing out the first pitch, right, guys? No.
Are you really picking the Giants?
Yeah, I'm picking the Giants.
You
I
nasty.
can't believe that.
Nasty.
All right, let's move on to Vegas. The Elvis Raiders take on the San Diego / Los Angeles Western Hemisphere Chargers. Tickets going as low as $165. It will be Raider Nation in full effect at SoFi, although the Chargers are 3-point home favorites.
Raiders.
Viva Las Raiders.
I got the Chargers.
Matt, and I agree. I got the Chargers as well.
Yeah, I got Chargers in this one.
I don't buy that Raider hype just yet.
That's
Not
every
yet.
team's stadium when the Chargers are
Yeah,
home.
not yet. If the Raiders beat Chargers, then they might have my attention this year.
Yeah, they might get my attention as well, but I'm going to go with Harbaugh on this one to win that home opener.
I agree.
Then you got the Broncos country. Let's ride. Go to
All right, here we go.
my Seahawks. Tickets going low as 150.
I got the Broncos. No.
Seahawks by 6, they're saying. So what say you?
I'll play Todd for last, so I want it because it's his team. So the team to play you go last. So I'm gonna pick Seattle. No brainer. Come on now, no question. We don't even need to discuss.
Seattle.
Go for
Seattle, new offensive coordinator. Big day.
Randy.
Carolina with the
I
upset.
picked Seahawks.
Jay.
I got Seahawks in a very butt-clinching win. I think it's going to be less than 6 points. I think they're going to play around too much. They're going to defensively take risk, and it's going to take them a couple weeks before they get where they're going to be for the rest of the season. I don't know what to expect with my team this year. I'm being very hopeful, but this game is going to tell the tape. I hope they come out like Dominic said, but I have a feeling we're going to be like 10-7 at halftime, something like that.
10-7.
Get your butt exercise, your butt clincher.
Oh yeah, man. So now we move on to Maddie.
Randy, did you pick Seattle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
we went Hawks all around.
Hawks all around.
We're rocking out with our Hawks out. So the next game is a really good one, and it is Dallas Cowboys at Cleveland Browns. Tickets going as low as $177. Cleveland is a 2.5 point favorite.
I got this one in a tie, actually.
Really? I
No,
wish.
give me the Cowboys, man.
Oh, okay.
This is a tough one because I believe in the Browns defense. Now, Matt's going to know more on this. How would you grade on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazing, 1 being dog water, the Dallas Cowboys offensive line?
Offensive line. I'm going to give it a scale of 1 to 10, probably a 7.
Okay, with 0, I don't believe in the run game. It's going to be a Dak Prescott game. CeeDee Lamb, new contract. Is CeeDee Lamb going to be the normal CeeDee Lamb of high volume targets after missing a lot of time? New contract. Is he going to have that hangover? But Deshaun Watson, Cowboys. Ooh. Give me the Cowboys. Cowboys in a close one. Cowboys by a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a game-winning field goal at the end of the day.
What you guys got?
What you got, Todd?
Oh, me? Oh, I'm going to go with the Browns. I think the Browns edge this one out on a field goal. I'm with Dominic. The defense is very, very solid, very underrated. Again, if they can get anything out of Watson, he moves that offense because they moved it with what's his name, the veteran last year.
Flacco.
You got to think Watson's better than Flacco, right? So, I mean, yeah. I think the Browns should put up some points in this one. It'll be a fun one. I think Dak will ball out, but I think
it's Tom Brady's first broadcast.
Oh,
it's Tom Brady's first broadcast. So, it could be a big day for a lot of people.
Could be.
All right. This was one of the games I had on paper when the schedule came out as an L for us. However, I'm going to retract that, and I'm with you, Todd. They're going to win by a field goal. However, it's going to be the Cowboys. It's going to be a close game. I'm just glad they're playing in September and not December or somewhere in January when it's really colder. But I'm going to go with the Cowboys on this one. Well, let's see what Deshaun Watson do, and if he does play. Joe Flacco, I don't know, man. I think he had a fluke season last year, and then they lost to C.J. Stroud in the playoffs, so that might be haunting them as well. So let me go with the Cowboys on this one, man. By a close one. I think it's a field goal game.
Okay. So I think we're split on that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So that'll move us on to Washington. The former Redskins team will go to Tampa Bay to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tickets going as low as $44. Tampa Bay is a 3.5-point favorite.
I got Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I got Tampa Bay. I think the Commanders quarterback Daniels is going to be he'll be impressive. He'll do some good things in that game. He's going to run the ball a lot, so Tampa Bay is going to have to be ready on defense. But I think, again, the veteranship of Baker and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and that crew will get it done at the end of the day at home.
Yeah, I have to believe that defense is not very good still for Washington, and Tampa Bay's offense is, like you guys said in the preview of Tampa Bay, they got their weapons back. I think they're going to show off. I think another year under that offensive coordinator, which is something that Mayfield hasn't had in a while. Give me the Mayfields all day in that one.
I'm going to shock you guys. I got the Commanders in an upset. I really wouldn't call it an upset. These are two mediocre teams in their division, rightfully so. But I got Commanders in an upset. I feel like, I forgot our defensive coordinator from last year, defensive coordinator. He's now their coach now. I can't think of his name.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn, there you go. I feel like Dan Quinn will have these boys ready. The players love Dan Quinn. He's a players coach. So I think they're going to have them ready for this game. So I got the Commanders in the upset.
Okay.
All right.
Then you got the Sunday night game of the week, and this one's going to be a good one. You got a rematch of I believe it was the division.
The division.
Yeah.
Yep.
Division playoff game. You have the Rams going into Detroit. Tickets going as low as $200. Detroit is a 3.5-point favorite. Let me take a shot at this one real quick. I like the Lions to repeat what they did in the postseason. Barely beat them in a shootout.
I concur. I agree with that 100% of the way.
Yeah, I think Dan Campbell's going to overthink himself here on prime time and give the Rams the game. Give me Rams.
Ooh.
I got Rams as well. I'm with Randy. I think Dan Campbell's going to make a screw up and gamble the game away. Campbell. Got it.
Campbell.
This guy.
Campbell the game away.
Yeah, man. I got Rams in the upset. Close game. It might be down to a field goal or a 2-point conversion, knowing Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I agree. So now that brings us
for this one. Oh,
yeah.
for this one.
Now this brings us to the one game that's going to match Dominique versus Randy, our co-hosts, versus each other. It is
what a way to start off the season.
What a way to start off, man. I can't.
You got the Jets traveling up there to Jordache Stadium to take on the San Francisco 49ers of Santa Clara. Tickets going as low as
Don't put the shades.
Tickets going as low as $165. And the line is the Niners by 3.5. I think me and Matt need to step away from the camera right now.
No, wait, real quick.
No, Todd and Matt go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first, and then Todd, you next, and then Randy and Dom, y'all pick it up. I'm going with the Jets on this one, and here's why. I don't think Trent Williams plays in the first game, so that's going to be a big difference. And the Jets defense is a lot better than it's really good. The Jets defense is really good. I'm going Jets by at least 10 points.
I like the Jets in this one for several reasons, like I discussed when we broke them down earlier. I think the Jets will keep them scoreless for about a quarter and a half. The Niners will wake up for a little bit during the second and third quarter, and then there's going to be a crucial turnover because that Jets defense likes to create those. And I think the offense with finally will kick it into high gear in that fourth quarter and put the game away. So I think the Niners are going to be disappointed on Monday night.
Go ahead, Dom.
Here we go.
With my channel, I'm going live.
That's fine. That's fine. Of course. I don't, I'm going with my Niners. Of course. Kick off the season on the right note. However, though, like we talked about for the division, Trent Williams is a big piece of that offense for the 49ers. And if he's not there, it completely changes the complexion of this game and potentially the season for the 49ers. All systems firing. I want this to be a battle. I want this to be a close scoring game. Grind your teeth out. This is what's going to make these two teams roll, even though it's only week 1, deeper into the season and something you can look back to when the postseason comes to be. These are two teams that are going to be battling for a divisional title. Aaron Rodgers has a lot on his shoulders on this game. Can he withstand the pressure? He's a veteran. He knows how to do that. Coming back to his hometown in the Bay Area, a team he thought he'd be drafted to. But somehow the Niners always find a way to get to Aaron Rodgers. But new uniform, new squad, it's going to be different. Jets defense is going to come hard on San Francisco. And the Niners have their offensive weapons, and the Niners secondary has been vastly improved over the last couple of years, and they beefed it up in the draft as well. I think it's a close battle. Give me the Niners, but I will say this as objectively speaking, as I go objective, I'll take the glasses off momentarily.
Take them off.
Take them off. I would not be shocked, even as a Niner fan, if the Jets were to win this game. I would not be shocked with the way the Niners offseason has rolled, with all the injuries that have led up. Come on. Our rookie wide receiver was shot in the chest 48 hours ago. Like, are you kidding me? Like, thankfully he's okay. God bless. But,
True, that's a good point.
CMC, Debo, Ayuk, we know Sauce Gardner is going to be on probably Ayuk. That's going to be a battle. But Ayuk sat out for a lot of the offseason. How much rust will he have? That's going to be a big key. There's going to be a big key. I think Debo will be used more in this game than Ayuk will be. Kittle will have to be used as a blocker if Williams is not there. CMC will have to be overused in certain scenarios. So give me my Niners in a close win. But again, objectively speaking, I would not be shocked if the Jets win by a little or win by a lot. I would not be shocked either way.
Here we go, Randy.
Yeah. No, man, I'm looking forward to this game.
We talked about
I actually got the Niners winning this one.
What?
Yeah, I'm just fucking.
Right. Please, come on.
Better roster on paper, better quarterback,
What?
better offensive line when as of right now.
Papa John's.
I mean, Papa John's, baby.
Papa John's.
Call it on, baby. Come on.
Wait,
no, dude,
are we saying best quarterback overall or just right now? Because you got Aaron Rodgers better than Purdy right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. And you're about to find out. Brock Purdy don't want to get no duel with Aaron Rodgers, dude. I'll tell you right now, man. Without Trent Williams in the mix, dude, our defense is gonna feast. They're always fresh. That's the way Robert Saleh does things. That's why we always got a rotation on that D line, man. So even without Hassan Reddick, I mean, Brock Purdy's gonna feel the heat without his boy there on this left side, dude. So, and Brock Purdy under heat. And I'll tell you right now, Sauce Gardner is probably going to be on Debo.
Yeah,
I think in this game, I really think I think that's what it's going to be. I think DJ is going to be on Ayuk.
Okay.
So,
hey, if Jimmy
top
G
three defense, we're just going to shut them down, dude. So, give me the Jets, 27-17.
That's it. They're going to win by at least 10.
If Jimmy G can beat Aaron Rodgers, Brock Purdy can beat Aaron Rodgers.
No. See, are we talking about playoffs?
Hey, a game is a game, baby.
I'm pretty sure the defense lost that game. Aaron Rodgers didn't.
It's a team sport, baby.
Yeah, but the media will tell you it's the quarterbacks are the only ones that play out there. So
objectively, in all fairness, it's going to be a fun game. I really
is. I think it is.
I'm kind of glad this is opening the season. I know Randy and I talked for a long time in the offseason about knowing who was playing before the schedule came out. We were like, is this going to be in the Jets, freezing cold December? Is this halfway through the year? Fuck it. Opening day, kickoff, Monday Night Football, all eyes on both squads. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a dog fight.
Yeah, there's a few games that you look forward to on the schedule, and you're like, even if you're not a fan of them, and you're like, oh damn, that's gonna be a good one. Because again, we've got those 2 kickoff games that are really good. The Monday night football game is, I think, the tops out of all of them. You got some decent games like the Dallas Cleveland game, but there's not too many really good head-to-head matchups that unless those fan bases are thirsting over them. So it's going to be an interesting week 1. I think, like Mario said, there's going to be a lot of surprises and upsets because teams are filling themselves out as well as the opponent.
Yep.
So real quick, Randy, let's do some housekeeping. I think this is going to be a show. It's not going to be this long usually. We might break up the other set to do the recap and then also the picks. And we'll be more in depth, obviously, with a resume on the teams and the games that they've played already. We could take that into the following weeks. And we went a little longer on this one because we were predicting, the divisions too, not only just the week 1 matchups as well.
Right.
So,
Football's back, baby.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a week-to-week thing. Absolutely. And then I think for just today, I think this is going to be Halos in the Infield. We're going to we might keep it here just for YouTube purposes. And then maybe I think, Randy, we should start up like a podcast with it or leave it on One Jets Pod. It's up to you. Or I mean, like a social media. We can run a Twitter live of this for football. I think that'd be good on here because Twitter gets a lot of people jumping in as well.
Sounds good.
So, any final thoughts, people?
Go Cowboys.
Go Niners,
Jets,
baby.
Man.
Let's
We're going
go.
to the AFC title game, baby.
A once great quarterback said, "Go Hawks."
Hey, it's great. I think for everybody, I think we all play each other at some point in the year this year.
I know we play you, Dom, and
Todd, I'll see you twice a year. We'll figure that out as we go.
We'll do our thing. We usually
I'll be seeing the Niners and the Hawks this year, baby.
So only
Dallas whooped our ass last year.
So no Jets and no Cowboys. Okay, so we get a good variety here this season.
Very, very, very good variety.
Before you leave, folks, make sure to like and subscribe here at the One Jets Pod. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And also, if you aren't able to catch us here on YouTube, and you're out driving or something, this will be uploaded on my One Jets Pod. Or actually, no, I just created a whole new audio section for the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. So we will be on some of the major audio podcasting platforms. So if you can't make the YouTube and you're just out and about, you'll have an audio version.
Love it.
Yes, so
let's do it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening in and participating, because these comments will be written down as far as your picks as well, because we've been keeping along. We have the log here up, so we'll be able to see if you guys or gals can beat us on a weekly, because we're going to have our records up there. And we're going to have the top fan too. So there you go. So Beautiful. For Todd Fox and the rest of the panel of Randy, Dominique, and Matt, have a good one, guys.
Jet up and take flight, baby.